It's the secret book. And that's how Spirit will Karma. There she is, right behind you the whole damn time, right? In the shadows, just waiting. Darn complex. I'm done with work. Can we meet up? I'll see you in court. So there's a lot of things that she's hiding and or, again, keeping secret when it comes to him. Rigged games. How does Jay-Z currently feel about Beyonce? Okay. Hey y'all, hey, let's get into this intuitive reading, this intuitive message from Morgan Bailey and Jaquan. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot, sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So Spirit is acknowledging right off the back that there's lipstick on a pig when it comes to Morgan Bailey and Jaquan. Morgan and Jaquan. Trying to say if it's Bailey, Morgan and Jaquan. Okay, so it's being communicated upon that this heart chakra is bursting. Okay, so there is a lot of people pleasing, pride, and ego within this relationship. This relationship is also has to do with passion for business and or passion for a person. And so business and person is intertwined here. Not listening to your higher intuitive self in regards to this relationship. Higher intuitively, you know this is not your person, but you keep doing it. Why? Because it fuels something. It gives you something. People pleasing, pride and ego, but also fuels business. Okay, so artificiality, denial, cover up, trickery, superficiality, frivolity, foolishness, and taking a closer look. Someone is going to act very gullible and very naive. I just didn't know. I didn't know. I wish I would have known more. I wish I would have done more. Feeling very oblivious and inexperienced. But this is the person who you were hugging and kissing up on. This is the person who you were snuggling and pillow talk and bonding with. And Spirit said this is in the middle of the deck, so this is something that you can't see. With all the solar plexus energy, there's something that continuously draws you back to this person. Will you go back to that person? That's your business. Morgan and Jaquan. Thank you. There's this energy of fantasizing, daydreaming, and like constantly thinking about the other, okay? And kissing ass, exactly. Buttering up subconsciously. And this is because of scarcity tactics. This is very interesting. So you're constantly thinking about this person and you're kissing their ass, people-pleasing type of energy that I already spoke to. But Spirit is acknowledging, but this is because of scarcity tactics. This is because someone is like, I was putting on a fake smile with this being held to my head. Allegedly, okay? Morgan Bailey and Jaquan. Ooh. We do get movement in reverse. 28 is significant. 10 is significant, 1 is significant, the Fool's card, starting over, reckless, leaving even though you're not wanting to, packing light, leaving everything behind, not having many possessions because you have to leave quickly. Spirit is acknowledging, do you feel as if you're walking in circles, seemingly not getting anywhere? Consider the spiral that travels up and around. 2 steps forwards, 5 steps back. Even backward movement helps you progress and reach your goal. You may need to revisit some of the places where you forgot to look for treasure. Another message is this: lessons need repeating for those who refuse or are unable to learn them the first time. Consider this another invitation to mastery. So if you didn't learn it the last time, you're going to learn it again. And if you do this again, you're going to learn it again. And you're going to keep learning it again. And if you feel like this time was exposing a lot, like it feels like you're on a grandiose stage in the spotlight, the next time it's going to be even louder because your spiritual guides, your ancestors, your ascending masters have told you countless times this is not your righteous path. And if you keep trying to do it, the universe's order is to bring balance. And if it means through some form of pain, that is what you will experience until you listen. Morgan Bailey and Jaquan. There is an energy of comparison, unequal access to opportunities and resources. Class divide creates barriers and unmet needs. So someone is giving money and someone is broke. Then we have manipulation in reverse. So this form of money, this form of offering is manipulative. The moment I realized I was being manipulated, I knew I can't explain how I felt, but I knew I had to take control. Manipulation through some form of income. Morgan Bailey and Jaquan. Hanging around still. Spirit says say no to him. You're still hanging around this frog. And Spirit says say no to him. But there's also some Leo energy, fire sign energy. Will she go back? Will he go back? Spirit is acknowledging that's their business. But if you go back, every time you go back, guess what? That lesson is going to get harder and harder. Okay, Leo energy up in the front, wanting to be victorious, wanting to be seen, wanting to be supported, wanting to be congratulated, wanting to be front and center. And Spirit says stop. Morgan Bailey and Jaquan. "32 flavors." Someone has an exotic desire for multiple people. So you will never be sufficient. You will never suffice. You will never be enough for the other. There's an energy of divine feminine. Don't know if she's pregnant. Don't know. But Spirit is acknowledging, I do see the moon. Could be acknowledging pregnancy, manipulation, and or manifesting. So the belly could be full with pregnancy. The belly could be full with manifestation. But this could also acknowledge that there is manipulation in the midst of this. Listening to your higher intuitive self is not being activated, which means you're not listening. You're not listening to your ascending masters, your spiritual guides, your angels, your ancestors. And so this is leaving you in this situation, especially when it comes to someone who doesn't exactly want only you. Okay. And Spirit said that this is going to send one and or both of them in a space where they're going to have to reunite with family, lean on family, need family support. Morgan Bailey and Jaquan. Spirit says, on the surface, someone is acknowledging that they have clear vision and they are right, on the right path. Subconsciously, they are going to need to go to a court of law around the situation. So if your clear vision is to go to court, that is what is coming out, to bring balance, to have some type of judicial order, to have some form of law to bring balance. There will be consequences to bring some form of judgment, to have fairness. And this is interesting. Spirit wants me to stop and say this is interesting. I can't tell if that looks like Left Eye and or Cardi B, but in both situations, it seems like they were in a very tumultuous relationship with their twin flame. There needs to be balance. I do see 11 making me feel like this is mirroring. Take accountability and responsibility for your actions. Ask yourself, how did you get here? Why are you here? And what are you going to do differently? And be serious this time. I do see Virgo energy as well. So we have Libra energy, Virgo energy. This is what it feels like. Needing to get grounded, needing to know what your non-negotiables are, needing to get your heart chakra in order and in alignment, and also needing to get your finances in alignment. Needing to have some form of a structured plan and following it, needing to get organized when it comes to these two. How does Morgan feel about Jaquan? To the witches. Okay, so when it comes to Jaquan, Morgan is acknowledging two truths and a lie. Two truths, two things are absolutely truthful. One is a bold-faced lie. We do see the moon card again. Could acknowledge pregnancy, manipulation, and or manifestation. Water sign energy could include a water sign and or could be emotional. Whatever you're doing in the dark is coming to the light. Whatever you've tried to suppress with him is coming to the surface. There's a timeout on this relationship. The aftermath is fuck love. There could be some brouhaha, some manifesting, some, playing with stuff that you have no business doing. Spirit is acknowledging Morgan to ask herself, who does she love? Is it you? Is it him? Look at yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself the question and be serious this time. When it comes to Jaquan, current energy. holding on. He's still holding on, acknowledging there's a timeout in this relationship, but he wants the last laugh. And I'm just going to tell you really quickly, look at those eyes. What do they call those? Samakuda eyes? What do they call them eyes, y'all? Those who know. There is something very interesting about the eyes. On the bottom, when the white shows, the download to me is that there is a spiritual disconnection. And so when spirit is not operating the vessel, or spirit is allowing another energy to operate the vessel, this is what you see. This is what I see. This is the download. So be very careful when it comes to this energy. This energy is not spiritually inclined. Like, this energy is not spiritually connected. And so it does things that are opposite of what spiritual beings do. Allegedly, I would be careful. Spiritual beings want to move harmoniously. They want love and light. They want peace. Does that make sense? Okay. Morgan and Jaquan. Someone is averting disaster, seeking security, resisting change, and averting disaster. They don't want to go through the tower moment. They also feel like one or both of them is forceful, domineering, and a weak leader, with the King of Wands throwing water on a flame. Then in the middle of this, the deck, this relationship has a lot of vanity, promiscuity, and childhood issues with the Page of Cups. How does Morgan currently feel about Jaquan? Feel stuck, a lack of direction, needing to let go, needing a release. Thinking, though, with the Hangman, with the King of Pentacles, feeling like he's a mature man, reaching his goals, a businessman. He breaks that back. Digmatized. Spirit is also acknowledging that when it comes to him, this is a gamble. She's been very generous and needing to let go with the Four of Pentacles, with the Eight of Wands. There is some sudden change that is getting ready to happen. There's going to be something communicated around the energy of excitement. Could include a podcast and or not. There's this energy of making progress and moving quickly. How does Jaquan currently feel about Morgan? He's acknowledging homesick, thinking of the past, wanting to reunite. I do see a child, a support system, and family. He's also acknowledging when it comes to her, he's giving up. There's paranoia and stubbornness with the Knight of Wands, throwing water on the flame. But in the back of his mind, with the Three of Wands, there is the fingers crossed. Now, this does feel weird because it's not just a fingers crossed for good luck, but there's also fingers crossed behind his back. That's just a download. That's the image that's in my head, because he's seeking a growth in business, teamwork, and a long distance travel. Something else is in the middle of the deck, acknowledging the worst is over. Some things are beyond repair, but he's learning from the past when it comes to her, with a Ten of Swords. Okay, what is their biggest obstacle? Every biggest obstacle in reverse. Being forceful, domineering, and a weak leader is an obstacle, with the King of Wands. Seeking security, resisting change, averting disaster with the Tower moment is an obstacle. Issues with ego, overly confident. I see a child. Sadness with the Sun card. All obstacles. What's next for Morgan and Jaquan? Thank you. Lack of money, overspending, lack of opportunities with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Because of this, they're slow to recover, feeling burnt out, needing to focus on self-care with the Four of Swords in reverse, needing to mother the child that is within both of them, needing to heal some childhood trauma, and needing to return to a support system and or family. There's also this energy of reunion, and I see again because of a child. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.